Okay guys, welcome back to the farm, and as you can see I've still got my harvest haircut going. Is what I'm doing is the next stage in what we still technically call harvest, and that is burning the paddocks off. It is the most nerve-wracking, scary, exciting and funnest time of the year, and I'm going to be filming it so you guys can see what happens, how we do it and why we do it. Now, to be able to have a burn off in the middle of summer, obviously the driest season of the year, we have to follow a permit, and that permit has guidelines and rules that we have to follow to obtain this. Now, New Zealand, I believe, is one of the only first world countries to allow their farmers to burn off, and we take that up as an absolute privilege and we look after it. Now, as what I'm currently doing is the fire breaks. So we've got a 3-meter cultivator. I believe the guidelines are in the permit that, or the rules are in the permit, that we have to have a 5-meter fire break around every edge. Because I've got a hedge beside me, we will do a little bit more than that. We'll do about 6 or 7 meters, but then we'll also back burn here as well. So we will be really cautious beside that hedge, of course looking after the privilege that we get to burn off. So, as what I was meaning by the fire permit is that there are a lot of guidelines and rules that we have to follow. Also equipment that we have on farm and in the paddock that day that have to be of assistance when things go wrong. Now, it's like having an insurance policy. If you have all these things in place, you'll be looked after. If you don't, you'll fall through the cracks and be caught out. I'm not gonna bullshit, to be frank, my way out of this. We have had fires of our own get out, but we have these things in place so we can fix it ourselves. So when a fire breaks out, you've obviously got firefighting equipment on hand, fire extinguishers. We've got a 1,000-litre tank that sits on a mobile trailer with a truck with a little motor that you can put the fire out yourself. Now that is always sitting on a downwind position, and people are obviously with it and checking every single point of interest where a fire can get out, because it has happened to us. Luckily we've put it out ourselves because we've had this system and equipment in place. So I do feel ashamed telling you guys that, but I'm not gonna say that it's all cherry blossom and happy as Larry all the time. With that, we really take this seriously, as we want to look after this privilege. So we follow those rules and guidelines. So a lot of this planning for a fire break started back when Dad was harvesting. On the outside round, he would drop the wheat really low, so there's least amount of stubble in the fire break, so that we can make a fire break with this one pass. Now, a lot of guys use plows. We did use plows for years because it turns it over and there's literally only soil there, but we found that we would leave ridges and would have to come and flatten it out. It left a lot of work, a lot of extra work, so we just hit it with this one pass. But of course we're allowed to do that because we've taken out all the trash, or taken out a lot of the trash, so there is minimal amount of stubble that we have to deal with. So the nerves are really getting going now, guys. So I've got the 1,000 litre tank here. I've also got the petrol and diesel for the fire bug mix, and I've also got the little water pump motor there on the back. Now the quad is here because I've got my sister's partner coming over and he's going to give me a hand. As in the permit it says that you have to have 2 adults. I wouldn't call us 2 adults when you put us 2 together, but anyway, in the permit there's a whole lot of rules and regulations that we have to follow. One of them is you have to have a 500 litre tank of water. That's 1,000, so we're well above that regulation. Also, no winds above 15 kilometers an hour, and of course a little footnote is if you can kick the ground and some of that stubble trash starts flying and then doesn't stop moving because the wind is pushing it along, probably means it's too windy to burn, guys. So there's a whole lot of rules and regulations to how this is done. It's not just a circus. We do look after how we do this, so we get to carry on doing it year after year, as it is quite precious to us because our tine drill can't really take that stubble. It binds up underneath, and basically you'll just start dragging half of the paddock and it'll lift the drill out and start breaking things underneath. So we need to burn it off, as when you burn it the stubble obviously gets smaller, then puts a natural fertilizer back into the ground. So it's really precious to us for more than one reason. Of course the wind direction is really key, guys. We've got a couple of hedges nearby and we obviously don't want the fire getting in there. When I did the fire breaks, I've done an extra couple of runs, extra run, and that's really made it quite safe, or put an extra barrier in there so the fire won't leap into the hedge, and the wind is of course pushing away. So because Dad's away, it's just a wee bit more nerve-wracking. I don't know what it is. You just feel safer when someone else who's done it year after year after year is there to lend you a hand. So anyway, wish us luck, guys. Well guys, I thought I'd just quickly show you this, the fire bug. So simply, this is a very dangerous tool. You want to give it utmost respect and use your common sense, guys. Like, it is bloody dangerous. So anyway, the petrol and diesel mixture we put in here is about 25 to 75%. So 25% petrol and 75% diesel. Now this little bud here on the end is a bit that gets lit on fire. Then out of this tube comes the diesel and petrol mixture. So what we do, it is quite difficult to do by yourself. Here we go. And so as you can see, it just drips fire everywhere. Hopefully the camera can show that up, but yeah, so that's just how she works. And of course, as you can respect, in a tinder dry paddock, that gets going like nothing else. So it's out like that. Obviously here on the shingle I'm pretty safe to light a little fire like that to show you guys, but up in the paddock I didn't want to do it just in case it got out and cause some havoc. So anyway guys, that was just a little show and tell of how that worked. Maybe a few of you have never seen one before, but Matt should be here any minute and we'll head up the farm and we'll crack into it and get these damn paddocks done, because yeah, just makes a guy nervous really.